Hello and welcome to the Sewing Studio. This is the next episode in our mini-series and I'm going to show you how to make this cushion. So this can be made in any of the mini charms, but you will need a little bit of extra fabric for your star. So your star points are cut from a 3-inch square, whereas the rest of the mini charms are 2.5 inches. So whilst it looks quite a complicated pattern, it's really simple because you just put it together row by row. So I'm going to show you how to do that. You'll also need a bit more fabric for border and backing. You can either do an envelope back or this one's got a zip back. So you need at least 1/2 metre of extra fabric. And as I said, you'll need a little bit of extra fabric for your star. So let's get started. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to make your rows, and this is how the cushion looks. If I just show you this again. So we're going to join our rows, and I've already joined some up. So the top row is 6 of our little minis joined together. The next row is 2 and 2, and then our middle 2 here, which are going to form the point of the stars, they are actually 3-inch squares, so that you can get a 2.5 inch half square triangle. You need a 3-inch square. So I'll show you how we make those. So you take 2 3-inch squares, so I've got a white and a blue here, and I'm going to fold those corner to corner on the diagonal, and I'm just going to press that crease in. And then I'm going to go over to the machine and I'm going to sew 1/4 inch either side of my creased line, and that will give me my 2 half square triangles which form the points of my star. So I'm going to put my guide from my 1/4 inch foot into the line that I've just pressed. So I can sew 1/4 inch either side of that line, and that's going to give me my half square triangles. And then I turn it round and I go the opposite way. And then I'm going to, with my rotary cutter, I'm going to cut up that line. So I'm going back to the cutting table, and that will give me the 2 half squares that I need to make the points of my star. So I'm just going to cut on my line that I pressed, which is in the middle of my 2 sewn lines. And then I'm going to press these . I should have actually pressed that to the darker fabric, so I'm just going to repress that one. And then I'm just going to tidy up these little points. That hasn't quite gone through. Just go again. Oops. So you can see that that's how we make our half square triangle. And when you're putting your rows together, it's important to make sure that you've got your points going outwards in a V shape like that. So that forms the points of your star. So that's row 2. Row 3 is one of our little mini charms at either end, and then 2 more of our half square triangles that we've just made, and then 2 of the lighter colour, in this case the white, for the centre, and then you repeat that for row 4, but you need to make sure that your points of your star come the opposite way to how they go there. And then row 5 is a repeat of row 2, and again the points come the opposite way, so you can see how that's all joined up, so we get that image of the star. And then row 6 is a repeat of row 1. So when you're doing this, if you just lay it out as I've laid it here, so I've got it on a separate board so it makes it easier for me to move around. So just as a recap, row 1 and 6 are the same, row 2 and 5 are the same, but the points of your stars are going the other way. And rows 3 and 4 are the same, and again the points of your stars are going the opposite way. So that is how you would make it. You would just now join all of your rows together, and you need to make sure that when you're putting them together your seams are going the opposite way, so they butt together like that, and you would need to pop a pin in. I would start from the center and pin out, and then just join them all together to create your star. And then you can put your border on. So on this one we've got a green border and a green backing, but you could do anything really. You could do a nice navy border, you could even do a white border, or pick out this creamy colour. So as always, make it your own, have fun, and I look forward to seeing you next time here in the sewing studio.